What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I'm LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys, beating to Toronto Raptors 116-94. The captain, 18.7 assists. Josh Hart, the heart and soul of the Knicks, 20 points, 12 rebounds. Josh Hart with an exceptional game. Listen, awesome game for them boys. Awesome game for them boys. Awesome game. Winning this game by 22 points. Knicks were pretty much dominating from beginning to end. But just a great game, man. Just amazing game. Boys went 4 in a row. Now that 10-1 at home. Josh Hart, another 7-assist game. He was awesome. Awesome. Knicks pretty much won the game on the glass. That's when he won the glass. That's when they won the game, guys. 61 rebounds to Toronto's 40. 25 offensive rebounds. Yeah, I said it. 25 offensive rebounds. Listen, man, look, great team effort, man. Great team. Listen, Toronto almost started making a push, which it was in that, I think it was that the second quarter, I'm bugging. Second quarter, they started making that push. And, of course, everyone started getting nervous, but, the Knicks pretty much fought their way back. I think a big part of that was Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart was amazing, man. He was amazing. Amazing. I thought that second unit came in. I thought Kolek played great with that second unit. I thought Bridges pretty much held Brandon Ingram in check. All in all, a great win. But to me, it started off in that first quarter, right? Deuce was huge. 4 3-pointers in that first quarter. The Knicks won that first quarter 41-22, and I gave them the cushion. Right? Now, Toronto came back, right? They won that second quarter 30-18, right? So they pretty much had the same effort. But the Knicks ended the third quarter 34-25. And that was Josh Hart having 13 points in that third quarter, And that pretty much put the Knicks up by 20, and that was the ball game after that. They just cruised to the victory. But it was pretty much started based off of that first quarter, man. That first quarter was huge. Deuce had knocking down 4 threes for him, and he's also having a great run right here, man. 4 games in a row that we have won. So it's just awesome, man. It's just awesome to see. I think that we just look great, man. We just look really great as a team right now. Let me big shout out to everybody that's coming through rocking with LV Live. Disc Rover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Rondo, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Roddy Reyes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Robbie Reyes, I haven't seen you before, man. If you can, please subscribe to the channel, Robbie Reyes, man. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew, man. It is truly appreciated. Big Task, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Gravity, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Oh yeah, Disc Rover, yeah, of course. Yo, Disc Rover, man. I love. They call me the Black Bruce Wayne, Disc Rover. The Black Bruce Wayne. But I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me on this Sunday, man. Hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. Knicks, man, playing really good basketball. Go 13-6 on the season, guys. 13-6. And guys, listen, this is the stretch we were talking about as far as these games, right? This is the stretch we were talking about. And so now the Knicks are starting to get their rhythm. Guys, listen, we're down. Even though, look, we know RJ didn't play. RJ's a big piece to what they do, but OG Anunoby didn't play. Right? So I thought that was huge. But we have 6 Knicks that went into double figures tonight. I thought Clarkson also was great tonight, right? Came off the bench, 13 points for him. I thought Tyler Kolek, another great game for him coming off the bench. Spearheading the offense, man, making great passes, great assists for him. 6 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. I believe he had 2 steals also. So listen, man, look, you got to identify Kolek and what he's doing, man. And, of course, Money Making Mitch, right? What does he do? Rebound. That's all he does. Comes in, gets offensive rebounds. Ready, guys? Listen, 17 minutes. 17 minutes for Big Mitch. 15 boards. Someone say it again. 17 minutes, 15 rebounds. It's like every minute he's getting a rebound. That's just insane stat line, man. Insane. He just gobbles up rebounds. It's just it's just insane, man. Exactly what he's doing on the glass. Vibes, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Let's reset the room. Everybody's coming through rocking with me. Please hit that like button, man. I truly appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight. Big time win for the boys, 116-94. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Another game almost going into a triple-double. Playing amazing, man. Amazing, man. Eric Green, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. 22-point win for them boys. 4 wins in a row. Beating the Toronto Raptors 116-94. The captain, 18 points, 7 assists. So all in all, man, I thought this was a fabulous game. I thought this was well played. The Raptors are a good team. You know, they're gonna push it. Scotty Barnes is tough. You know, we know what IQ can do, right? Of course, Brandon Ingram. I totally forgot they had him. Like maybe about a week ago, I was like, oh yeah, Brandon Ingram did go to the Raptors. That's why the Raptors are doing what they're doing. But RJ has been having also a really good season also, but he has a sprained knee. So I don't know if he'll be back for the 9th in which we play them, because that's when the Cup game is on December 9th, right? So we got to see if RJ will be back regarding that. But he's a big piece to what they like to do, right? RJ's been playing really well this year for them offensively. We know how good RJ is. But that's been a big cog for them offensively. He's not there. So you can see and I think who's the big man they got? Jakob, right? Jakob, I don't think Jakob didn't play tonight, I don't think, right? Isn't that the guy's name? Tell me if I'm wrong. Help me, guys. He was Jakob, right? Jakob, is that his name? I'm trying to make sure I'm saying it right. I don't think he played tonight either. So he's another big piece to what it is that they do, right? So, you know, the Raptors are a good team, man. They're way better than what I expected, right, this year so far, because I believe they're 13-7. So their record is pretty solid. Now, you know, they might come back down to earth because they just lost to the Hornets the other day. They own it back-to-back, too. They lost to the Hornets last night. They played us. So, you know, I think they're kind of going through a little spell here because then when RJ's not there and they had a back-to-back, so they're going to kind of probably try to, you know, regenerate, you know, re-energize their legs and be ready for December 9th, that Cup game, because I think they're going to be a different team when we play them in Toronto. I think they're going to play better. They got some good pieces, too, you know, watching this team. So I think that they're going to be a tough out for anybody. They're going to be a tough out. But I think we hopped on them early, and that's pretty much what set the tone, because we were up by 24 at one point in this game. And they had to climb out of that hole, and I think that's kind of like what hurt them a bit. But also, too, what Josh Hart did in that third quarter, 13 points for him, that was major, because then they couldn't do anything. Josh Hart knocking it down from 3. I mean, I think he's playing probably right now. Would you say right now he's probably playing his best basketball? Would you guys say that? Considering how he's shooting from the outside, right? Let me say that. He's playing really, really, really good basketball. Hey, Coach, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. Big time win for the boys, 116-94. The captain, 18 points, 7 assists. So, you know, so right now, just what I see, I don't know, man. I think he's playing the best basketball of his career right now. Right now, especially with this offense and the way it's wide open and the way he's shooting the ball, like just all together. And then also, too, I'm watching plays. He's probably going to get defensive player of the game again because he's in every single play. There was a couple of offensive boards, loose balls. He's getting to him. Vintage Josh Hart, man. But also, too, I think, I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you keep him in the starting lineup now? Do you keep him in the lineup when OG comes back and still have Mitch come off the bench? I don't think there's right now, honestly. I don't think there's any way right now you put him back on the bench. I don't think there's any way you put him back on the bench the way he's playing basketball right now. This last 4-game stretch and how good we looked in all aspects of the game. I think you have to keep him in that starting lineup. Yo, what's going on, CP? Oh, big shouts to my guy over here, CP. True Mets Talk, man. What's going on, man? Long time no see, sir. Hey, listen, man, look. CP, I haven't seen you in a long time. Is everything okay? Let me ask you, CP, is everything okay? Is everything fine? Personally wise, is everything good? Just give me a thumbs up because I don't want to jump out the window right now. Is everything good? Everything okay? Personally, is everything okay? I don't want to jump out the window. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat that you're good. Everything's okay. Waiting for your response, sir. Once again, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me, man. Okay, all good, my guy, all great. Okay, CP, man. I don't want to do this to you, my guy. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. I haven't seen, but there was a lot of crazy talk out there about Soto, right? It was you guys were jumping out the window with him. You got to admit this, CP. And what did LV say? I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I got to let it out right now, buddy. What did LV say? I said, listen, here we go. The CP. I got to let my guy know. He's a good dude. Everybody, big shouts to him. If you haven't subscribed to him, please go subscribe to his channel. Mets guy, but listen, he knows baseball too. So if you like baseball, go subscribe to him. Even if you're not a Mets fan, just please go subscribe to my guy. He's really good. CP, I said to you guys, I said, yo, man, look, you got Soto, cool. That's fine. But now you're at the big boy table, right? Where there's an expectation of championship or playoffs or bust. Like on this side of town, you see who I got right there in the back, right? You see him back there, right? Where we got what is he, the 3 MVPs? He's back there. It's over here on this side of town, it's championship or bust, not playoffs or bust. And everybody doing all that Mets talk, we got you Yankees. I said, yo, that's cool. I think it's great that you have Soto. But now you got to win. That's a different type of pressure. Different. Because on this side, you got it ain't no we gotta we better be in the playoffs. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And you gotta win the championship. Like that's how it is on this side. But I told everybody when you have Soto, I said, that's great. I said, but now you gotta win. The pressure is different when you gotta win at the big boy table. I haven't seen you in a long time, sir. So I had to have that conversation with you. But I hope all is well. I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew. And happy holidays to you, sir. Big shout to my man CP, man, coming through and rocking with LV Live. Big time win for the boys, 116-94. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Lionel Modus, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rocking with LV Live. 116-94, big time win for the boys. Hey, guys, listen, the Big Cat. Big Cat was solid today, man. A lot of people want to kill him, but I thought Big Cat was solid. 22 points, right? 10 rebounds for the Big Cat. 8 rebounds for the Big Cat. Thought he was solid. Okay. Eric Green says, keep Hart in the starting lineup. Here we go. Eric Green says, keep Hart in the starting lineup because all of his play and the fact that Robertson will be in and out of the lineup, the starting lineup will remain consistent starting Hart. Hey, listen, I totally agree, man. I totally agree. You know, and then also too, Eric Green, he's been playing well, man. Why would you want to change up that chemistry, especially when OG comes back? Big great news about OG too. I'm gonna bring it up later for you guys. But why would you do that? Why would you mess up how well he's playing? Like for a guy like him, that's a vet. You don't do this to a guy like Hart. He's playing well. He's on a heater right now. Let him play. Let him start. Do not change it. It's changed things for this team defensively in all aspects. When OG comes back, you still bring Deuce off the bench, even though I like Deuce in the starting lineup. But you need OG size, and then it makes things easier for a guy like Josh Hart to float because he doesn't have to guard Giannis and all these other guys. That's for OG to do. Now Josh can be Josh, and he can really float, and that's when you're really going to probably start to see the points go down, maybe 15 points, but now you're going to see the triple doubles go up. You're going to see that with him because OG is there. Okay, CP says, tell me how I saw people slandering Deuce on my timeline. Tell me, LV, but why would they be slandering him, CP? That's insane. He's playing his role. I mean, look. All right, the one thing with Deuce, do we want him trying to dribble and stuff like that? No, we don't want him trying to break people down off the dribble. You saw him today, right? He was trying to dribble and break somebody down. The ball dribbled off his foot. Like, that's not his superpower. But what his superpower is knocking down a three, getting back on defense, great defensive pressure, what I love for him, and he finishes strong at the rack when he takes it in, right? So those are his superpowers and his athleticism too. He's an elite athletic player. Like he's on a different level athletically in this league. He's better than most athletes. So I don't know what the issue is. I mean, I put it to like this. He's going to get big money, though. He's going to get huge money. So I think he winds up coming back to the Knicks. But if people are slandering Deuce, they know nothing about hoops. Lionel Mona says, Josh Hart's the engine that could. Listen, he's amazing, man. Amazing. And listen, amazing, man. Amazing. I mean, look, like I said, I think he's playing some of the best basketball of his career. I'm just being super honest about that. He's playing really, really, really well right now, man. This offense, him and Bridges, this offense is just opening up this, like I said before, right? Remember I told you guys, I said, we need a coach in here that's going to get these guys to the next level. That's going to make guys ascend, like Brunson. How do you get Brunson to the next level, like Super Saiyan, right? How do you do that with a guy like Brunson, right? How do you do that? But what it seems like it's happening is it's doing it for a guy like Josh Hart. It's doing it for a guy like Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby when he was here. So you're able to take these guys to the next level. And that's what this offense is able to do. And so there's no way you keep him on the bench. There's no way when OG comes back. No, the person that goes to the bench is Mitch. I think how we're running things is perfect. Perfect. With that being said, let's listen to the Josh Hart, man. Listen to him, the heart and soul of the Knicks. Fabulous game for him once again. Josh Hart has been on a heater, man. Awesome game for him.
With a game like this and the way it went, what did it take to finally get the win?
Just discipline. We got a little lazy in certain points of the game, and they're a good team. They made runs, but we were able to kind of weather the storm.
Jalen Brunson called you an X factor for everything that the team does. What does X equal for you on a given night?
I don't know, man. I just run around and just kind of do whatever, man. I just try to have a feel for the game. Every night it's a little bit different. I knew they were sagging off me, so I had to shoot with confidence and just, play my game, be aggressive.
Well, that's 10-1 now to start the season at Madison Square Garden. How important is it to just continue to build home court advantage here?
Oh, man, it's huge, man. This is, the mecca of basketball, the greatest fans in the world. So they come out and show us love and support us, and that's how we reward them.
All right, well, thanks very much, Josh. Again, almost a triple.
Listen, amazing. The captain calling him the X Factor is huge. It's huge. And he's 1,000% correct. Once again, right, this goes back to the Villanova stuff, right? He was playing this way at Villanova. And that's the reason why he won Big East Player of the Year, right? So this guy, he got to understand how good of a player he is. He just wasn't in the right situation. Coming here has changed his career, the trajectory of his career. And the way he is and how he plays, if we can get a championship with this guy on his team, this guy doesn't have to buy a meal in this town ever again. This is, of course, outside of Jalen Brunson, the stars. This guy would not have to buy a meal in this town again. That's how good of a player he is. Once again, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I've said this on my show. When Brunson came, everything changed. But when this guy came, when they made that deal to get Cam Reddish out of here and bring this guy in from Portland, we went to a different level because of what he brings. And it's winning basketball. That's what he brings. He's a winner, man. And so, like he said, he goes out there, he just runs around and gets into everything. No. It ain't that. It's calculated running around, just going crazy. It's calculated stuff. He plays winning basketball and makes winning plays. And when you let him or allow him, to be Josh Hart, this is what he does, man. This is what he does. And it's so hard to take him off the court. You don't want to take him off the court because he does everything. He gets the loose ball. He makes the right pass. He gets the offensive rebound, gets the defensive rebound, gets the steal, coast to coast, knocking down threes, making layups. He does it all. A Swiss Army knife if there ever was one. Hell of a game for him. Hell of a game. 20 points for Josh Hart, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists for the heart and soul of the Knicks. Alex Tribe, man. I appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, Alex Tribe, man. But I appreciate you coming through, rocking with me and my crew tonight. Big time win for them boys, 116-94. The captain, 18 points, 7 assists. Nick Yak, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through, rock with LV Live as well. Big time win for them boys. Huge, 116-94. The Big Cat, 22 points, 8 rebounds. Oh, Alex Tribe, look at that. Brunson calling him the X Factor. That's correct. Love Josh Hart. Definitely the heart of the team. Love from the UK. Alex R., I appreciate you coming through, rocking with us, man. All the way from the UK. Look at that, man. LV's reach is reaching over there. See that? Alex, what time is it over there, man? If you don't mind me asking, what is it up? If it's 9, it's 9 p.m. here. So it's the morning time there, I'm assuming. Just want to make sure. Okay, see, it goes to scroll over. See, it's like 2, 3 over there, right? So that's the time to scroll over there right now. It's the morning. Is that the time? Lionel Motor said probably 3 a.m. Wow. 3 a.m. going into a Monday, too. Yo, that's hard body. That's dedication. But you know what? That makes sense because when every Sunday, right, early morning, right, is always like the what's the name games, the soccer games, like Manchester United on. They always early morning, like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., like right before our football games, the American football games come on. They always playing early, like early games. It's always on what is it, NBC Sports and all them other channels. So it makes sense because that is probably the evening for them. They probably like late games, probably like the afternoon games. Whereas with us, it's the morning time. You know what I'm saying? Lionel Motor says 6-hour difference or 5 when we in day. Oh, okay, agreed. Okay. So yeah, so it's probably about, what do you say, about 3 a.m.? It's 9 right now for us. Yeah. Alex, I appreciate you coming through rocking with us, man. 3 o'clock in the morning over by you, man. It's truly appreciated, man. It really is. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, Alex. But I appreciate you coming through rocking with me and my crew all the way from the UK. All right, this Grover says, Josh shooting better than he's ever did with normal fingers. Whoever the shoot coach is that we picked up needs a pay raise. This Grover, you're always bringing the heat every time, this Grover. Big shouts to you on this. It's truly appreciated, this Grover. Dropping jewels. Listen, I want to say you're wrong, this Grover, but you're not. You've nailed it. That's why I said always hitting it out the park. Because I think that issue that he has, whatever he's got a splint on there, right? He's got a splint on his finger. And guys, remember, we thought it was going to be a problem. Remember, we thought that he should sit out. Everyone was talking that, right? Should he sit out? Remember, I talked to us about it. I showed it on the screen. I said, yo, look at his finger. His finger look crazy. But his play has been better offensively. Josh Hart is still Josh Hart, but he's knocking down threes at a high clip. Let me look at the stats right here. What is he from 3 today? Yo, Josh was 4 for 7 from 3, man. 4 for 7 for 3. What's that? That's that. I mean, what was that? Maybe about 60%? Because 4 and 8 is 50. So what's that? 4 and 7. That's what that. That's about 60% from 3, man. Yo, he knocking it down. And Cat is like ice cold. Cat was 1 for 4. No, I'm bugging. I'm getting all messed up. Deuce was 4 for 8. The captain was 1 for 6. But Josh is 4 for 7. He's shooting better than the captain in town. Yo, this Grover, I think he might be on something. This Grover says, personally, I still think he should have gotten it fixed. Because God forbid, I don't want this season to be his last season. Agreed. Listen, I don't think this is his last season. I think we got Josh is 30, right? 30 or 31. I think he's got what? Would you say he's got about 4 more years left? 35, he probably retires. Yeah. Listen, Josh is playing amazing. Josh is playing amazing basketball. Okay, so I got Nick Yak says Mitch 16 rebounds and a half. Right, yo, Mitch had, I think Nick Yak, I think on the stats it says 15. It says 15, but I totally agree with you, sir. 15 rebounds for Mitch in 17 minutes. But guys, we out-rebounded them 61 to 40. You ready? 25 offensive rebounds. I'm going to say it again. 25 offensive rebounds. That's almost half of their rebounds. Actually, a little bit more of their rebounds. A little bit over half of their rebounds. Oh, it's insane, man. Insane what we did on the glass, man. And I like also, too, if you paid attention, guys, did you like how he went to that double big in that fourth? I love that. I love that. And that's when Cat kind of started cooking a little bit. And so I love the fact that he kind of started going to that double big. Because then Cat started going to the paint. He started dominating, caught that alley-oop dunk from Tyler Cole through a beautiful pass. So I thought that was amazing, man. Amazing. Mike, listen, guys, you got to kind of be happy with how Mike Brown is using these different lineups, right? Let me say this about what he's doing, right? I think in a lot of ways, guys, we have to be happy, extremely happy, about how he's making adjustments. And it's like he doesn't have to wait like for something good or bad to happen. Like it's just, he just does it. Like he just makes like great adjustments, man. He makes great adjustments. And it could just be during the game. Like it doesn't matter. Like he doesn't have to wait to go home and try to figure it out or, you know, I just love how he's able to make adjustments on the fly. And that's something we've been screaming for with Tibbs. Like, just make an adjustment, change this, change that. Like, we want to see that, right? We want to see different lineups, even, incorporating Kolek into the game, right? We're still waiting for Dadier. We're still waiting for Diawara, right? But Diawara did get some minutes, a couple of games, these last couple of games. But I love the fact that he's implementing Kolek, right? So, once again, he's changing up different lineups. He saw we were struggling in certain aspects. He said, all right, let me go to a double big tonight. Let me see what that looks like in the fourth. And that threw a curveball to Toronto. They were struggling with that. They didn't know how to deal with that. But that's just being smart, right? That's just being able to identify certain mismatches and try new things and just thinking outside the box. But what he does, what I think is exceptional as a coach, is like he talked about, he listens to his staff. And there's times when the team comes back to the huddle, he takes a step out and lets the staff coach them, especially the offensive guys or the defensive guys. So he lets his staff help him out to give him ideas, to make adjustments, to say, yo, what about this? Try this out. Okay, why would you want to try this out? Because boom, 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 back. All right, cool. You know what, Mitch, go in. Take out such and such. Let's do this. Boom. Yabusele, have a seat. And he does that. And it's just great coaching, man. Great coaching. Oh, Chaz Blanks, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live tonight on this Sunday. Big time win for the boys, 116-94. The captain, 18 points, 7 assists. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds, and 7 assists. Josh Hart, almost a triple-double. Chaz Blanks, appreciate you coming through rocking with me, man. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Hope everybody had a great holiday weekend as well. And it's great because, Knicks are winning, so. 4 in a row for them boys. 10-1 at home, guys. 10-1. Yo, Tony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through Rock with LV Live, man. My guy Tony coming through. Big time win for them boys. About 22 points, man. 116-94. The Big Cat, 22 points, 8 rebounds for him. Chaz Blank says, I'm happy Mike Brown is using the bench, making adjustments on the fly, and lets the starters rest when needed. Mike Brown is thinking about the future and not just the present. Chaz Blanks, well said. Well said. And, Chaz Blanks, listen, look, the reality is this, guys, right? Can we be really honest? I'm not really worried about the season right now. I know we're going to be fine. All I'm thinking of is April, May, and June. That's all I'm thinking about, man. That's all I'm thinking about for me as a Knicks fan. Like, that's all I care about. I'm not even thinking about if we lose a game or lose back, I don't care about that because I know how good this team is and what you're seeing now. So I don't think there's anybody in the East that can really deal with us. I think that I'm speaking of in a 7-game series. There's teams that could beat us here and there, yeah, but I'm speaking of in a 7-game series. I think we're the best team in the East. The best team in the East. Especially when we got everybody back. We're fully loaded. There's nobody that's going to beat us in 7 games. There's just not. Will it go 7 games? Yeah, but I think we're the best team in the East. I don't think there's anybody better. I think Detroit's going to come back down to earth. You see Toronto starting to come back down to earth. You know what I mean? So this is what happens to these teams. So I just love exactly what we are and what I see with this team and how good we are. So that's all I'm thinking about. Get these guys ready and get them to May and June, April, May, and June, healthy. That's all I care about because I want us ready to go. Nobody feel like they done play like 8,000 games like it was last year, but they have fresh legs and ready for that playoff push because we know how grueling it is. We know how grueling it is, guys. 7 games. We know how tough it is. But it's the law of attrition. And to me, that's what Mike Brown is trying to figure out here. And then when OG gets back, I think things will get better. But one thing I will say, guys, when OG and Shamet gets back, right? Because based on good news, Shamet looks like he's coming back. I still think probably maybe after All-Star break, I think that's what's going to happen. I think OG will be back sooner. I think OG will be back. I mean, I'm going to show you what they said, but I think OG is going to be back probably they might try to get him some games maybe right before the new year, but I really truly think after the new year he'll be back. But I will say this. I do think that they should start to implement Tyler Kolek for that second unit to run the show. I think that's what we're missing. We're missing a guy that can run the show. And what he has shown these last couple of games, it gives me a lot of hope here. He made a lot of great defensive plays out there today. Had 2 steals. He's making, of course, we know he's great with the passing and stuff like that. So all in all, man, I think he's been playing really, really, really well, man. I just think that I just feel that when guys are playing well, they should be given an opportunity to continue playing well, right? You shouldn't just automatically go to the bench when a new guy comes back. You still should be worked into the rotation. And especially if I've been playing better than another guy, like a Yabusele, I should be able to eat into his minutes. Especially because it's something that we need. We do need a facilitator for that second unit. And he fits perfectly into that. And so I just think that that's something we should really, really, truly consider. This one says Tyler's throwing Hail Marys directly into the player's hands. Absolute sniper. Listen, agreed, man. Agreed. I totally listen, man. This Grover, I really truly think that they should really try to look for him some minutes when OG comes back and try to keep him in the flow of things. I mean, he's been playing that well, man. He's been playing that well. Okay, Tony says, I really think when OG comes back, we're going back to Tibbs' lineup. Cat, OG, Mikal, Hart, Brunson. Mitch is better off the bench under Brown. Listen, I agree. Tony, I agree. But Tony, you know why that's happening? It's because of Josh Hart. Josh Hart is putting the pressure on Mike Brown to say, yo, you better start me. And you got to keep me out there because of all the things he does. So it's hard to keep him off the bench. It's hard to keep him out of the game. That's why he played so many minutes last year. Of course, we know how Tibbs is. Tibbs is a monster. We know Tibbs will play. If Tibbs could, Tibbs would play you 80 minutes. If it was up to him, he would never come out. Right? If it was up to Tibbs. But Josh Hart forces you to play him because he's so good. And when he comes off the court, you see where you're lacking at. Because all those 50-50 balls, all those little nuanced things, he does. That just don't go in the stat sheet. And as a coach, and sometimes as a player, you you kind of get lazy with it. And so I think that that's the importance of Josh Hart, man. That's the importance of him. Tony says, Tyler Cole, remember, LV, I said this will be the reason we got to the finals and win. So you think Tyler Cole is the reason we go to the finals? You think? Is that why, Tony? Tony, you think? I'm just asking, Tony. Cole, you could tell, works on his game and is the best pickup draft out. What is the best pick we drafted out of all those young guys we have? Hey, look, man, I like Tyler Cole, man. I do. I mean, my only issue with him is just defensively. He just seemed like he couldn't stay in front of anybody, but he seemed like he's fixed that problem. So that's something we got to identify with him and how well he's been playing. Right? You got to give him his flowers, man, as they say. Like, he's been playing well. He's been playing really, really well. So to me, you gotta show some love to him, man. All right, let me pull up here. Let me pull up see what the coach is saying, man. Let me pull this up for you guys. I think Mike Brown's doing an exceptional job, man. He really, really is, man. You guys got to be happy with what you're seeing from him, man. And just the changes he's doing to this lineup, the adjustments he's making, the way he's got guys balling, like it's just really, really, really good basketball, man. You got to be happy with what we're doing. Okay, so let me pull up the coach here. Let me pull up the coach 1 second. I hope everybody's doing good too on this holiday weekend, man. It's Christmas already, right? It's almost Christmas. It's crazy, man. LV had to go get the Christmas tree, man. I had to get the Christmas tree. You know what I'm saying? The kids want, you're not the kids, man. I get the tree, and I'm like, dang, man, everything's flying, right? I felt like it was just Halloween. It's how it is, man. It's how it is. All right, guys. So listen, let's hear from the coach. I think he's making some really great adjustments here, being down Shamit and OG Anunoby to get us some really good wins here.
You feel his impact more and more?
Oh, for sure. And I've said this quite a bit. Especially our first 3 losses. I'll take the hit on that. But as we've been around each other, and the tough part was, even back it up further, he didn't really play in the preseason. And, he didn't even really practice in the preseason. So for me, I was behind the 8 ball, was really trying to figure out how to incorporate him with what we're trying to do. And it just took time, and he was extremely patient with the process. We have a standard, and that's that contract that everybody signed. And, it's about sacrifice, connectivity, competitive spirit, but then a belief in each other, but more just as much as that, a belief in the process. And, Josh was huge on 2 of those things. His sacrifice was unbelievable because when I took him out, he just sat. When I called his number, he went out and played. But more importantly, his belief in the process, even if he thought I was wrong, was awesome. And when you're a leader, you have to show that or embrace those types of things more than everybody else, because you got to set the example. And if somebody steps out of the realm of what our standard is, because you did it as a leader, now you can tell them, hey, come back over here, because we all got to do this. I had to go through it. You may have to go through it. This guy may have to go through it. So he's a special player, but he's also a great human being to be around.
This is easy, man. This is easy. Well said by the coach. But this is easy, man. This is easy. The guy's a winner, man. And he's a pro's pro. You know what I mean? He's been traded a lot of times in his career. Josh Hart has spoken about that. And how being here in New York, he kind of feels like I can settle down, right, with my family. And remember, he got a big contract for the Knicks, right? That's the most he's made in his career. He got 4 years, I believe, 4 or 5 years, was 80-something million. So this is where Josh Hart wants to be. He doesn't want to go any other place, but he's a pro's pro, right? He knows how to play the game, but also, too, he's a winner. So making an adjustment for him is not hard because he has no ego attached to it. He just wants to win games. And I think once giving him that chance and giving him the opportunity to really see what he can do, now he as you see the coach now loves Josh Hart because Josh Hart is just infectious because of his play. He does things that guys don't want to do in all aspects. And it was okay with not scoring 10 points, okay with not scoring 20 points. He's okay, but if he's getting 12 rebounds, 10 assists, and only 5 points, we won the game, that's it. And that's the sacrifice that coach is talking about. And that's the type of guy you want on your team. And like the coach stated, he's a leader. He's a leader. And that's what leaders do. They make sacrifices, man, for this team. And I think, like coach stated, the frustration that Josh had was that, yo, man, like, I can do more than what you got me out here doing. But, you know, to his point, he had to identify what Josh did because he didn't play much in preseason. And in the first couple of games, he was trying to figure out how to use them. But now he sees. Now he sees how to use them. And now Josh Hart, they unlocked him. Now they unlocked Josh Hart. Now he's doing what he's doing. And thanks to my man Dick Grover, he's got the bionic finger, and he's knocking down threes left and right. Now he's dangerous. Now he's dangerous. Because now he's knocking down open threes, which was always an issue for him. And so I just think it's awesome. I think it's well said by the coach. This row says, need Brown to know to sit Josh when he has a bad night. That's really about it. Listen, agreed. But I don't think, but this Grover, from what we've seen from Mike Brown, do you think that would be a problem? I don't think so. He hasn't shown that amount of favoritism like Tibbs would, right? Tibbs was just being insane. Like, you're like, yo, Josh has got 20 turnovers. Tibbs, take him out, right? I don't think Mike Brown is that disconnected to that, right? I'm just asking. Oh, took a Tony. Tony said, and Cat, not happening. I agree, Tony, not happening. Let's not happening, guys. What is the guys' issue with Cat, man? Cat didn't have a great night today, so he's still at 22-8. Still at 22-8. No, you're not going to sit him like that. You know why you're not going to sit him? He's making $60 million a year. Okay? That's what happens to guys like that. If Brunson's having an off night, should he just sit Brunson? No. These guys have put in the work and have the resume to show that you stick with me, coach. That's it. There's only one ball, and there's only two guys that can shoot it as much as they want. It's Cat and Brunson. You don't sit those guys. No, you don't sit those guys. This go. Thankfully, Tyler got Cat going with his invisible. Disc Grover, you know what I love? Everybody give a big salute to Disc Grover. Somehow, some way, he finds a way to put Tyler Kolek into this. I don't know how Kolek is involved here, but he finds a way to incorporate Kolek into this conversation. Tyler Kolek can do no wrong in Disc Grover's eyes. Let me reset the room, man. Appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me tonight, man. Listen, big time win for them boys. 116-94. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Them boys now going to go to 13-6 on the season. 10-1 at home, and them boys have also won 4 in a row. Which is great, man. Which is great. All right, guys. Let's hear from the captain. He's actually here talking about IQ, man. IQ had a good game tonight, man. Yo, you miss IQ, right? I miss IQ, man. I miss IQ. So I'm out there hitting threes, start skipping, start doing an IQ skip. I said, oh, here you go. I miss IQ, man. Don't you guys miss IQ? I miss IQ. Look at Brunson. Look at Brunson. Brunson look like he out there chilling in the heights out there. See? Up there hanging out with Sims and the whole crew. Getting his hair twisted. He got on the camel hoodie. What do you think he got on? You think he got on the macaroni and cheese Timbs? Remember those? Got a macaroni and cheese Timbs to go with those, man. Yeah, the low-cut hiking Timbs. I had the beef and broccoli joints. Add the macaroni cheese and the beef and broccoli Tims. If anybody know, you know. Let's hear from the captain here, people.
I'm surprised you about what Emmanuel's been doing up there, been able to do.
No, he's the way he's worked on his game since I've seen him, since I was his teammate, and even before then, hearing about his work ethic and everything, nothing surprising. And the way he's playing and what he's been able to do up there is has been great. And that's the opportunity he was looking for, and he's showing out. And then I have nothing but respect for him. That's my guy. The way our relationship is, man. It's just we go out there, we compete, but always rooting for him.
Look at that. You said, are you surprised by what IQ's doing? Of course not, man. Of course not. We're really not. We're really not surprised. We're really not surprised what IQ's doing, man. IQ wanted to start here, but when Brunson came, he knew he was done. He knew he was finished. There was no way him and Brunson were going to be able to coexist. No way. It just wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen. And so that's why they had to make that move to get OG. And it stinks because I didn't want RJ to go neither. I thought RJ had an opportunity here. But I thought Randall was blocking RJ. Right? I felt that way. I always felt RJ was a better player than Randall. Always. But they had to make that deal, man. They had to, if I could go back and do it again, I would do the deal all over again. Because there was because IQ wanted to start. He felt he had the skill set to do that. He was really that good. But Brunson was here. And we knew what Brunson was going to be. So, but now he got his opportunity. Now he's up there cooking, man. He's getting busy up there. And so was RJ. So it's good to see. You know what I'm saying? This one says, oh no, Tyler has done a lot wrong, but he was dishing a cat when he was still hitting at like 9 points in the third. This girl was Big Tat says, IQ tried to show out in the garden this evening. Yo, IQ's tough, man. IQ's tough, right? Vintage IQ was what he did in Boston a couple years back for us. That was vintage IQ. What was that? Double overtime? And that's the year I feel he should have got $6 million a year. Malcolm Brogdon got it because he played with the Celtics. But I thought IQ should have had it that year. IQ should have had it that year. Yeah, the macaroni and chip. Yo, you remember those, right? Yeah, I had those, man. I had those, man. I had those. I had the beef and broccolis. Had the beef and broccolis, man. Had the beef and broccolis, man. Here we go, right here we go. LV's gonna bring it up real quick. LV's gonna bring it up here real quick, man. Real quick. Sometimes we kind of go off the top here, go off the dome. LV's gonna go off the dome right here for you. You know what I'm saying? Go off the dome real quick with y'all. Hold up. Show you guys something real quick, man. Show you something real quick. Yeah, hear those. Remember those, right? Remember those? Yo, LV had those, man. I had those, and I had the beef and broccoli joints. Remember those? If you know, you know. When them joints dropped, heat rock in the city. Heat rock. When them joints dropped in the city, heat. I had a pair of them joints. I got them as soon as they dropped. My man had them. I said, yo, we get those. These joints just hit. I said, yo, I'm copping. I remember, man. I was like, yo, I got to get those, man. I remember I got them like a couple weeks later. Then you had then of course I had these too. These were the joints. These is when you had to you know what I'm saying, you might have to go put some work in, you know what I'm saying? Remember these? It's the beef and broccolis right there. Beef and broccolis. If you know, you know. Had those joints too. Had both of them. Had both of those. See, anybody that's not from the city, they don't know. They don't know, man. They don't know. Anybody they talking that nonsense, you be like, yo, get out of here, man. Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. Those are them right there. Okay, so back to regularly scheduled programming. But listen, guys, great game for them boys, man. Great game for them boys. Great game. You got to be happy with how we're playing, man. Got to be happy with how we're playing. That's how we're playing it together as a team. You know, I think that's the most important thing with this, right? There's no ego involved, none of that stuff. And I think it's really important, man. Like, you know, we joke around, we play, but even with the Cat slander, like I have an issue with it because I think Cat's playing great. You know, I think he's not going to play good all the time because, you know, everyone's still trying to identify certain things with this team, but we're winning games. Winning games. You know what I mean? That's all that matters. Guys are going to figure it out. It's the same way Bridges did. You know, when he pretty much came around last year, right? You guys are going to figure it out. But most importantly, you got to ask yourselves, are we winning games? Are we doing that? And to me, that's all that matters, man. I don't really care about anything else. Get wins and figure it out along the way. Monitor guys' minutes and make sure guys are playing their best basketball going into April, May, and June. That's it. That's it. That's all that matters here, man. It's nothing more, nothing less. Let's continue to do that, man. But this guy right here, man, you got to understand who he is. His resume speaks for itself. Because on a dull night when we thought he stunk or people are calling issues about him, he's still at 22-8. He's still at 22-8. We won the game by 22 points. That's all that matters, man. In the words of the great Al Davis, just win, baby. Just win. That's it. Let's listen to the big cat.
We still feel we're rough our offensive system and trying to figure it all out. So, you know, we're going to continue to get better every day. We're going to try to, you know, continue to get more and more comfortable with this. And, yeah, you know, as long as we could continue to learn while winning games, that's the most important thing.
I love what he just said. He said, as long as we continue to learn while winning games. That's the key. Are you winning in the process? That's it. That's it. Guys, do you remember? And it seems like it was ancient ago, right? If you remember. Guys, do you remember how Josh Hart looked at the beginning of the season? How bad he looked? Just how bad he looked. He looked lost. And everybody was saying, yo, we're unsure about Josh Hart. You know, he's getting old, right? Just think about the stuff that was out there being said in the Knicks universe about Josh Hart. Right? I saw people talking about trading Josh Hart. I even seen that also. I had to get on my show and say, like, that's not going to happen. Not happening. It takes time, right? Everybody has their own learning curve, right? It's different. It's the same way in life, right? Everybody has a different learning curve. So as long as you get it, like I said, by April, May, and June, we're good to go. But we got to identify and respect the fact that this guy's resume speaks for itself. There's no way you give up on him. There's no way you let him just be like whatever because he's not playing well as of late. I think he's playing okay. I don't think he's playing bad. I think he's had good moments this year. I think he's had some moments that if he could tell it himself, he wishes he can get back. But I think that all comes with a new coach and a new system. And getting a star player that's used to having the ball in certain spots, used to whatever it is you're trying to run. And so that's something that we have to be patient with that process. We got to be patient with that. We can't be so quick to kind of, you know, just get rid of him and say, okay, same way people saying get rid of Josh Hart. We can't be so quick to do that, man. We can't. After all the complaining that everyone had, we're 13-6. We're 13-6, guys. Still one of the best offenses in the league. Our defenses are getting better. And sometimes you have to make a simple adjustment at times. And then sometimes it can be as simple as saying, let's start Josh Hart. Let's put Josh in the starting lineup. It could be just that simple, and we look like a better team. But not too long ago, people were talking about trading this guy. How easily things turn, right? Isn't it funny? How easily things turn, guys. It's just insane, man. Okay. Let's hear from Deuce, man. Let's hear from Deuce. I thought Deuce played another great game for him. I think he's playing exceptionally well. Let's hear from Deuce. Playing really good basketball right now. I think he's starting to find his rhythm. I think Deuce is a guy that's you're going to have to play Deuce. Honestly, guys, just being super honest with you, you're going to have to play Deuce about like between 28 to 30 something minutes a night. Like he's got to play a lot. He's got to play a lot. You got to make sure he's out there just because of his defensive pressure, and you know he can knock it down from three, right? He's gonna have to play anywhere between 28 to 32 minutes a night, like every night. I don't care who's on the bench. You gotta say, "I do. We need you at the top of the key." Like that. That's what's got to happen. He's got to play a lot. He just has to. Whether he starts or come off the bench, you got to make sure you get him those minutes. Let's hear from Deuce, man. Great night for him again.
When you let a shot go, do you hear the crowd chanting Deuce behind you? Like, do you hear that, or are you locked in?
Usually after it goes in the net, that's when I start listening a little bit. But whoever started it, shout out to them.
Yeah. Oh, did you put any additional work in? Like, how much work did you put on your jump shot during the summer? I mean, you're shooting career high right now. What was the summer like?
Honestly, try to just not anything different, honestly, than what I've done. My whole life, I've always made shots.
So what he's basically saying is like, yo, man, just keep working, man. But I'm not surprised by him saying that. Right? He's not going to change up everything. Just you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that. And so to me, I think that's the whole key with this. Like you just got to, you know what I'm saying? Just got to continue to just continue doing what you're doing, man. Whatever you trust that works, keep on doing it. He's able to knock down shots at a high clip now. He's getting more opportunities to shoot because of this offense. So let it fly. What does Brunson say? The magic's in the work, right? The magic's in the work, man. You gotta let him work. You gotta let him do that. Let him kind of be out there. Let him, just do what he does, man. Because I think he's been playing exceptional. Okay, here. Let me hear from let's hear from Josh Hart, man. Listen, he's been on a heater since he's been in the starting lineup, man. So let's hear from him. Once again, the no pun intended, the heart and soul of this team. I think Josh has been playing exceptional basketball as of late. So let's hear from him, Barry. Let's hear from him, guys. Okay.
The ninth time you guys have scored 40 points in a quarter tonight, the opening period, but to do it with no OG, no Landry in the line, just what does it say about where you guys are with this offense right now?
Yeah, we're extremely comfortable. I think we're starting to make these reads and play off each other's movements and those kind of things. And we know where guys are going to be, know where they're going to be on the court and spots. So we're getting more and more comfortable.
So the ninth time you guys have scored 40.
Just talking about how comfortable they're playing, man, and how well they are. I mean, it takes time. It takes time to get adjusted to certain things. And I think that how they're doing it is perfect. I think they're doing a really, really good job of it. You just have to continue to, work on their rotations, do the things that they need to do. And I think the rest is history, man. The rest is history. All right, guys, let's take a look at the schedule here, man. Let me bring up the schedule because I'm going to show you exactly how we look going forward, man. Listen, we talked about this, and I mentioned this to you guys, that this should be a pretty easy schedule going forward here. And I think right now we're looking at a couple of wins here and a couple of games that we should have in the bag here, man. We should have in the bag. We'll bring it up for you right now, man. Let me see here. Okay, I'll bring this up. All right. Okay, so guys, here's the schedule here. All right, and also, to guys, really quick, because I think I might have to. If you can, guys, please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Looks like the chat is kind of delayed. Put a thumbs up in the chat for me. Let me see, because we might have to reset this thing. It looks like nothing's coming through. Okay, Big Taz. Okay, we're good. Okay, sometimes it kind of, thanks a lot, Big Taz. Sometimes it kind of acts up, so I appreciate you doing that. Okay, so guys, look, here's the schedule right here, right? So we got Boston next, and Charlotte and Utah. We already know Orlando's going to be tough. We already know matching up with them, so that could be a loss there. I'm just being honest with you guys. But if you pay attention, we should probably win these next 3 games here, which would put us at 16-6. We got Charlotte and Utah at home. I think those are wins. And then the NBA Cup game, we got Toronto. And then after that, look at that. We got at Indiana, Sixers, and then Miami again. Yo, Miami. And how many times are we going to play Orlando and Miami? Like, it's just... So those 2 games are going to be tough right there. I think Toronto's going to be tough too. I thought they played well. They're going to be tough, definitely, at home, especially for that NBA Cup game. They're going to be back. And I think they might have, because that's 2 weeks from now. It's not next week. It's the week after. So RJ might be back by then. He's got a sprained knee. So we'll see what the dynamic is with him. If he's not back, they're going to have some issues with us. Because it's going to probably be the same thing we had today. But I think they're going to play better. So if everything works out, we should be in Vegas, guys. So that should be cool. But still, I think when we wind up going against Toronto, we could possibly be, what would we say? That's 4 games. Was that 17-6? 17-6 or maybe 16-7? 16-7 possibly, guys, which is an exceptional record after 23 games. And then we got Indiana, then Philly, then Miami, and of course we're at Minnesota. So we beat Minnesota that time, but I think they're going to be playing better. Ant-Man was just coming back from that, whatever he had. I think he had some type of injury, but he didn't look like Ant-Man. So I think they're going to play us tough at home. Cat, returning back to Minnesota, but I think that's going to be tough. But guys, I think these next, what is that? Boston, Charlotte, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of the next 9 games, what do you guys say we go? 6-3? Let's say 6-3. 6-3, what does that make us? What is that, 19-8? No, 19-9. I'm doing my math wrong. 19-9. Hey man, look, I think it's a possibility here, man. But I like how we're moving things here. I think it's a lot of wins coming up right here for us, guys. Couple of games going to be kind of tight, but I think we could pull them out. I don't know. Let me bring it up for you guys. Really quick about the OG Anunoby piece before we get up out of here. So guys, you guys let me know, man. I mean, I don't we gotta see what's going on with OG, man. Because let me see here. Who mentioned it? Okay, here we go. Okay, so pull it up for you guys right here. Let me see here. According to Ian Begley, it looks like OG Anunoby. Let me see here. Let me see if I try to bring this up. Okay. Can you guys see that pretty good? I'm trying to get this. I wanted to pull it up for you guys bigger. It's kind of acting up here. So I apologize for you guys. Let me see if I can do it here. No, it's not going to work. All right. Hopefully you guys can read that. I'll try to blow it up. I'm sorry. I truly apologize for that. All right. So Ian Begley states OG Anunoby is doing controlled on-court work and is scrimmaging 3-on-3. Seems like good signs for the Knicks that Anunoby has been cleared to take contact in 3-on-3 settings. There are levels of contact in these scrimmages. One of the last hurdles is often full contact in 5-on-5 scrimmage. Updated this tweet from earlier version clarifying. So he had to clarify pretty much like, what was going on with OG Anunoby. Because he mentioned earlier that here he said Mike Brown said OG Anunoby working on the court is a good step in the process. He's being monitored daily by New York medical staff training. As long as everything continues to go well, I'm sure he'll do more and his levels of contact will increase. So it's looking like OG is getting close to returning, right? He's getting close. Guys, I really don't think he's going to be back no time soon, man. I don't know. These hamstrings are tricky. You guys know how they are. And so I just don't know. I don't know if OG will be back. And so we got to see. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. So we got to see. But I think it is good that he is doing 3-on-3s with some form of contact and kind of building up to doing a 5-on-5, of course, full court, and see exactly what that is. I wonder if the 3-on-3, I think the 3-on-3 is probably half court. The 3-on-3 is probably half court just to kind of get him used to cutting and making layups and coming off screens. I think that's what it is. The 5-on-5, I think, is the full court. They're going to be running, doing layups, full stride layups, a little fouling here and there, bumping them to kind of see if his body is ready to deal with, 48-minute game. So we got to see. All right, people, listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through rocking with me on this Sunday night, man. Listen, big time win for them boys, 116-94. The captain, 18.7 assists. Josh Hart, 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. The Knicks go 13-6 on the season, 10-1 at home on a 4-game winning streak. Let's see if we can continue that. Tuesday, going against the Boston Celtics in Beantown. Listen, I will be going live after that game, so please come through and check it out. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me and my crew, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, listen, guys, subscribe and leave comments, but hit that bell icon to get all notifications for all the new things that I put out regarding the Knicks or Giants, right? So please come through and check it out. Listen, I'll be going live Tuesday to talk about the Boston Celtics, so please come through and check that out. All right, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.